Приветствую вас, друзья! И мы начинаем проходить новый квест, тоже черный глаз, но это продолжение, которое называется Memoria. Давайте посмотрим, что здесь будет. Предыдущее, то, что мы прошли, оно оказалось довольно интересной. Прикольный. Сейчас посмотрим, что это.
By the gods, this is a good start. Where did these people set up their tent? If there's nothing around the next bend, I'm turning around.
Хочешь пройти обучение? Ну, давай. Щелкни по месту в лесу, чтобы пойти туда. Что у нас тут есть? Починить, сломать. То есть мы можем и починить, и сломать. Это уже одно умение у нас, да? У нас до сих пор есть нож наш и ожерелье Нури.
Nuri's old necklace. I'm carrying it with me until she can wear it again. My faithful knife.
Так, ну-ка, дневник. Что? Щелкай по фрагментам рисунков в верхней части экрана, чтобы прочитать важную информацию о людях, событиях и местах, где разворачивается действие игры. По мере развития сюжета будет появляться все больше фрагментов и все больше информации. В нижней части экрана можно получить подсказку. Тут указаны твои текущие задания. Если не знаешь, что делать, щелкни по соответствующему заданию и получишь совет. Чтобы закрыть окно подсказок, щелкни по значку в нижнем правом углу. Наложи заклятие на крепость из прутиков так, чтобы она не опрокидывалась. Ясно. А это что? Так. 3 месяца назад птицелов Герон освободил королевство Андергаст из когтей злого пророка. Чтобы избавиться от зла навсегда, его спутница, фея Нури, принесла в жертву свое тело. С тех пор она остается в обличии ворона, и ради того, чтобы превратить ее снова в фею, Герон пойдет на все. Герон. Или Герон. Герон, наверное. Чтобы превратить ее снова в фею, Герон пойдет на все. Это прекрасно. Мне это нравится. Так, продолжение. Что такое? Ага. Вопрос? Нет. Интересненько. Кстати, пока на подсказки не нажимать. Может быть, так справимся. Да, все так же ходим. Так, это обучение у нас, да? Олень. К поляне. Ну, пойдемте к поляне.
Finally.
Что это?
Hey you, little girl. Giacomo Nauta sent me. I'm here about the riddle. Do you speak Goretti? I'm a friend. Giacomo told you I would come.
He spoke of the hero of Andergast, a strong, courageous and clever man. Not someone I could slice open from head to foot in a blink of an eye.
I am the hero of Andergast.
Can you do magic? Heal things with fairy magic? The way the hero healed the dreams of an Andergastrian was magic?
It wasn't quite like that, but yes, I can repair things magically.
Then prove it. This before me is the flying fortress Kashalri. I recreated it from my dreams. But no matter what I do, it keeps tipping over. Use your magic to make it stand up, and I'll let you see my father.
Piece of cake.
Щелкни по крепости из прутиков, чтобы поставить ее вертикально. Нажми правую кнопку мыши, чтобы рассмотреть ее поближе. У нас еще тут есть девочка.
She must be the merchant's daughter. Giacomo already warned me.
Угу. Крепость.
A small fortress made of sticks. It keeps tipping over.
Use your magic to make it stand up, and I'll let you see my father.
Ну-ка.
No magic necessary here.
У Герона есть заклинание, которое позволяет ломать и чинить хрупкие вещи. Бр-бр. Понятно. Наведи курсор на нижний край экрана, чтобы открыть рюкзак. Бр-бр. Затем щелкни по магической сфере слева в углу. Да-да-да, я знаю. Тык.
Watch and learn.
Learn that you have a big mouth.
The fortress isn't broken, it's just badly made.
Don't make excuses. Use your magic to make it stand up, and I'll let you see my father.
Крепость из прутиков не единственный интересный объект на поляне. Чтобы увидеть все важные места одновременно, нажми клавишу пробел. Оглядись, посмотри, что где лежит. Может быть, здесь есть предметы, которые помогут починить крепость. Ну, конечно. Пробел я не буду нажимать. Если мы справимся без пробела, без подсветки, может быть, нам дадут достижения. В прошлой игре мы пользовались, поэтому достижения не получили.
There's a dagger lying next to the girl. She thinks it's very important that I don't forget that.
Так, сундук.
What's in there?
Open it and see.
Еще есть шатер.
A Ptolemaic tent. I've only heard of things like this in stories.
Шатер, лес.
I almost got lost on the way here. Why did you pitch your tent in the middle of the forest and not outside the city gates?
We tried that, but the guards chased us off. They said we don't belong here, and threatened to beat us.
Ah, yes. Good old hate-filled Andagast.
Так, все. Давайте откроем сундук. Бутылка. Теперь у тебя есть бутылка. Предметы можно комбинировать с другими или объединять их с активными точками. Ясно. Наведи курсор мыши на нижний край экрана, чтобы открыть рюкзак и воспользоваться вещами, которые там лежат. Используй колесо мыши, чтобы просматривать. Это понятно. Все, больше ничего. Бутылка.
It's about as wide as the stick fortress.
Нужно ее разбить.
What are you doing?
Don't worry, I just want to try something.
Если не знаешь, что делать, теперь все зависит только от тебя. Исследуй мир, не забывай использовать заклинания. Любая деталь может оказаться полезной. Да, все. Я знаю.
Oh,
May I go in now?
Papa, there's someone here claiming to be a hero.
Send him in.
If you truly are the hero, then you're a bit boring. You remind me more of a stupid, grumpy peasant.
I'm a bird catcher, and I no longer care what others think of me. I rescued a fairy, and I freed a kingdom. I don't have to prove anything to anyone.
All right, go in. But watch your back, I'm right behind you.
Ah, Geron, how nice. Come, sit. Sit.
Are you Fahi?
Yes, sit down. Did you find this place all right?
Yeah. I was told that you sell a spell that can permanently change a person's form.
A person's or an animal's, but everything in its time. Tea?
Чай. Но отказываться неприлично, да?
All right.
Ah, a man of taste. That's good. Andagast is cold, is it not?
It's all right. But about that spell.
Of course. You understand that permanent physical transformation is a formidable power. It demands a great deal of courage to request such power.
I have my reasons.
I know. Giacomo told me as much. You know my price.
Giacomo said something about a riddle.
Correct. You like riddles, Geron, don't you?
Обожаю. Если их можно разгадать.
As long as they can be solved.
Don't worry. You'll carry it with you for a while. Twist it and turn it in your mind. And perhaps even despair briefly. But when you finally solve it, the reward will be much sweeter.
Where did you get this riddle anyway?
For more than 3 moons, my daughter and I have both had the same dream every night. It's even more wondrous that this dream tells a true story, a memory from a time 450 years ago when our world faced its greatest battle. I will now tell you the beginning of the dream. You don't need to know more. And then the riddle. If you can solve it, you'll receive the power to restore your beloved.
And if not?
Garon, you are the hero of Andergast. Of course you'll solve it. So, are you ready?
Глаза какие. Что-то мне это не нравится. Так. Ну чё, я готов, наверное.
I'm ready.
Good. The dream begins, as I said, 450 years ago, in an ancient vault far beneath my home city of Fazar. The powers of darkness threaten the land, and the great and decisive battle is imminent. When one night, a group of heroes enters the tomb of an ancient Mogul mage.
Может, вся игра и состоит из воспоминаний. Посмотрим. Красивая музыка. Memoria. Один. Первая глава.
Prepare yourselves. I shall open the burial chamber now. Are we all here?
All here, for crying out loud.
It could have been worse.
Sure, we could have lost the mute Farkina too, or the dainty princess who can't fight.
Calm yourself, Shabib. You're not the only one whose nerves are frayed.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did the princess have to see a little blood? Did it break her tender heart?
Yes. Crack. Now you'll have to endure me without one.
Princess Zadia, Alric, we must stick together. The legendary mask of Malakar lies within this burial chamber. If we succeed in bringing it to the Holy Army in the Rashtulian Wall, the battle against the demons will be mere child's play.
If we succeed, and these walls don't swallow us up first.
I'm working as fast as I can. I can't find the lock. Give me a moment. It has to be here somewhere.
Так. Значит. Ну, мы... Не знаю, может, вся игра будет так воспоминаниями. То есть я играю сейчас за вот эту девушку, да? Ну-ка, что у нас тут? Это типа 450 лет назад, да, была вот эта история. Рубин.
My Almandin, my wrathful eye, my mournful heart. I would never exchange it for anything in the world.
Понятно. Так, и дневник давайте посмотрим. Найди скрытый замок от гробницы. Так, задание теперь есть. Пока тут что-нибудь появилось, пойдет на все. А это кто? Каждую ночь во сне Фахи заново переживает приключения принцессы Саджи из Фазара. Вот это? Фазар. В городской пустыне готовится... Ладно, потом. Так. Принцесса Саджи из Фазара. Вместе с отрядом героев принцесса собирается украсть древний артефакт из гробницы мугальского мага. Они хотят принести маску на грядущую битву. У нее на руке знак наследницы мугалов. Тут везде ссылки, нет? Или я вот сюда тыкал. Ага. Так, вот это что? Саджа всегда носит рубин при себе. Откуда у нее этот камень и что он для нее значит, не ясно. Так, вот это что? Фахи. Вот тут что другое? Ага. Однажды вечером Герон. Опять забыл. Герон или Герон? Так, Герону. Герон. Да, Герон будет. Однажды вечером Герон приходит к ярко освещенному шатру посреди Андергастского леса. Кто стоит здесь лагерем и поможет ли он Герону? Фахи. Странствующий торговец из далекой державы Туламидов. Каждую ночь, уже много лун, ему снятся приключения принцессы по имени Саджа, которая бесследно исчезла 450 лет назад. Он считает, что эти сны складываются в загадку и просит Герона помочь ее разгадать. Что тут? Ничего. Тут в городской пустыне готовятся к великой битве. Повелитель демонов Барбарат хочет выпустить несметные полчища из преисподней. Противостоять им готовятся величайшие воины Авентурии. Нормально. Думаю, это все. Что надо, мы прочли. Давайте осмотримся.
I hope that was the last. Stay down. They're watching me. It looks like blood. I'm not touching that. It looks sticky and poisonous.
Зал, колонна, Рахван.
He's an agile fighter. I don't see a single wound. I've only known him since yesterday, and I already know more about him than he does about me. He knows what this is about, but he's not the strong leader he pretends to be. He's a good warrior, but he doesn't deserve to be told so.
Now to get the key into the lock, and then the door will be open.
Where do you see a lock? The door is covered in filth.
What does a princess know about filth?
Enough to know that it can be washed off. That's good news for you, isn't it?
What are you trying to say?
Shh. Silence, please. I need quiet.
Арка.
A finely worked ornamental arch with swirls and patterns.
Колонны, страж, рука. Вот рука. И это рука. Ну-ка.
Stay back. We don't know what else is hidden here.
Ясно, это...
There are grooves here.
Letters? Can you read them?
No, they're just grooves, nothing more. I feel a throbbing, and they're warm, like a sick heart.
И это тоже?
feel it quite clearly. Something in these stones lives and breathes.
Странно. Так, страж, рука.
Stay away from the Guardians, Princess. Even their detached limbs still have some life in them.
The Guardians are more fragile than they look.
Ну ладно. Так, мы посмотрели. Давайте попробуем поговорить.
Why did the Furkina people cast you out?
None of your business.
True, your past is your problem alone. All that counts is that you lead us safely through the mountains to the army.
I just want my money, and soon.
Так, ты что скажешь?
What did you call me before?
Shabib. That's Tula Media for little boy.
Without me, you'd be long dead.
Please, no quarrels.
She started it.
А ты что скажешь?
Mage.
Princess,
Предложить помощь, задание, отряд героев. Отряд героев.
Why exactly did you choose us as companions?
who are you talking about in particular?
Гарун, Саджа, достаточно маг. Давайте начнем. Воин.
Can that mercenary over there do anything other than hit things and yell?
That's more than you can do, Poppet.
Alric keeps the monsters at bay. He's a good man.
Херкинец.
Will Raghvan really accompany us to the end?
Yes. As soon as we're finished here, he'll lead us through the Rashtulian Wall to the Holy Army. He grew up in those mountains. He knows the way better than any other.
You do know the Farkina's an outcast, don't you? Even his own people fear him.
We have no other choice. We need him.
Маг.
How did a mage like you come to lead a group such as this?
I wanted to join the army in Punin when a nobleman from Fazar told me about the mask. The rest was a question of money and determination.
Гарун.
What was Haroon's role?
He was your personal bodyguard. He was supposed to protect you.
Which he did. Right up until the end.
I am sorry about him.
He knew the risks. The important thing is that you're still alive.
Саджа.
Did you specifically look for a princess?
No, I sent for a Ptolemid scholar, but those are hard to find in these bloody days. Only a few are able to defend themselves and not fall victim to the marauding bands currently battling for dominance in Fazar.
The streets of Fazar have always been a screaming nightmare.
And thus, it's an even greater miracle that you survived there for so long. You're the outcast heiress of a toppled ruler. I would not have bet my ducats on you.
Достаточно.
Enough of that.
Задание.
What do we do next?
We force our way into the burial chamber of the Mughal and steal the Mask of Malakar. Then we take it over the peaks of the Rashtulian Wall to the Holy Army before they march into battle.
And there we triumph, or perish miserably.
The future of this world is in our hands.
Гробница.
How deep are we?
Only the gods know. Fazar was built up layer by layer on the ruins of older dynasties. Beneath that lay vaults as ancient as the land itself. This burial chamber, for example, was erected 2,000 years ago by the last living Mughal mage, Malakar. It is said he was a grand master of elemental and transformation magic. He could bend ore and earth to his will with the snap of his fingers. These halls were his greatest and last piece of work.
Маска Малакара.
Are you sure that the mask waits behind these walls?
Yes, quite sure. No one knows where the Mughal Malakar obtained the mask, or if he even created it himself. But he was so obsessed with it and its power that he ultimately took it with him to his grave. It's also said that he never succeeded in awakening its true power while he lived.
What does it do?
They say that the wearer of the mask can turn any lost battle, indeed any defeat and any loss at all, into an enduring victory.
Священное воинство.
Why is it called the Holy Army?
The Holy Army is an army of clerics. Only with the holy might of the gods, so it is believed, can we withstand the attacking hordes of demons.
You said the army is advancing over the Rashtulian mountains. Why such a difficult route?
Most of the passes are guarded by the legions of evil. In addition, there's a magical place across the peaks of the Rashtulian Wall where they hope to forge a final, crucial alliance. We'll join the army there.
Битва. Так, давай.
How could it come to this? An invasion of evil in our age?
There are always dark times, Princess. But what exactly brought them about no longer matters. The only important thing is that we're prepared to fight. The greatest heroes of our age have gathered to fight the decisive battle in the Gorian desert.
And to go down in history forever.
If we win.
Еще один вопрос.
Aren't you starting to get tired of prattling?
He's right. We have to continue.
Do you have no more questions?
Предложить помощь.
What's the problem?
The lock is hidden. I can't find it. Some sort of secret mechanism. Perhaps an objectum disapparatic.
Whatever it may be, you have to open it.
Понятно. Она говорит, тут пыль, надо почистить дверь. Так, мы можем еще сюда в зал сходить. Давайте сходим, посмотрим.
Do you have a death wish? You saw what kind of creatures are running around out there.
Я думал, она
If
все-таки
this
не
is what the
пойдет.
princesses in this country are like, I would hate to see the kings.
Don't worry. You won't. The last Caliph of Fazar was skinned alive 5 moons ago.
Was he a tyrant?
Yes, like every ruler in this city. Besides,
What?
did you see the tattoo on her arm? I believe it's the mark of Malakar. She's a direct descendant.
We brought the great-great-great-great-granddaughter of an accursed Mogul mage monster into his burial chamber. Are you out of your mind?
She's a good person, trust me, and we'll soon need her.
За спиной тут моей шепчутся они. Страж.
It was that way when we arrived. Who knows if we would have won otherwise?
Вот. Колосс, руины. К месту битвы.
It's said that an ancient being lives in these halls. It has 2 horse legs and an emerald lance, and hunts down every grave robber until the end of his days. If we make it to the battle, that won't be very long. The image of the Mogul mage who ruled thousands of years ago and now lies buried here. He looks like a gigantic dwarf. I have to get in there and find the weapon, or else it was all for nothing. The only way in or out is the door. Who will see you down here? Who will worship you? Pay homage to you. Very soon, I'll be 1,000 times greater than you ever were. And unlike you, I won't end up in a dark hole. Even if we have to smash the entire burial chamber, I will triumph. The mage brought down the Mogul's earring in order to break the back of the chief guardian, but Haroun was already beyond help. A large hand, nothing else. The legacy of these hands held me prisoner my whole life. But today, I will finally free myself. Oh, Kasim, you'll regret what you've done to me. Can you hear me? I'm sorry about your broken legs. It's very lonesome down here. But one step closer, and we'll break your neck as well.
Какая дерзкая принцесса у нас, да? Что у нас еще тут? Пойдемте к месту битвы, я думаю. Руины мы смотрели. Так, это зал. Чудовище. Гарун.
He's so big, but we noticed him too late. I can't believe how stupid we were. The remains of the colossal earring. That's what finally broke the creature's back. Let the warrior mouth off as much as he likes. In the end, it was the mage who saved our necks. Bastard.
Так. Каменная стена.
The burial chamber lies behind this. You remind me of the palace guards I once knew. But unlike them, you were against me from the beginning and didn't stab me in the back later. Thanks, I suppose. Another guardian. We couldn't kill him, so we had to hack off his legs. If only I could pull it down somehow. Skewered by his own torch. What an unworthy death.
Это да. Так.
It would take too long to get him down. We're running out of time.
Все тут у него больше ничего нет. Сумка.
He was a fool, but he had the sense to think of things the rest of us didn't consider. Whatever he has on him could help us. It's hanging just out of reach.
Что? Ты руку вверх подыми.
It's hanging just...
Понятно. Теперь можно идти и искать всякие вещи. А, колонна. Ее не посмотрел, ну ладно. Рука? Стой. А, это рука. Пойдем. Возьми руку.
Stay away from the Guardians, Princess. Even their
Блин. Давай до этой.
I feel it. Something in these... I'm
Жужа.
not touching. It looks sticky.
Так.
Stay back. We don't...
The door is covered with a thick crust of grime.
Надо протереть просто дверь, да? А ничего взять не могу. Руку бы взять его. Так, может, маг еще что-нибудь скажет?
Mage?
Princess?
Нет. Может, он что-нибудь скажет?
You don't talk much. Correct.
М-м-м. Так, нам хоть что-нибудь найти. Колоннада.
The entrance to the tomb is behind this. I don't hear anything except the puzzled mumbling of the mage and the furious self-pity of the warrior. It borders on the miraculous that we've made it this far.
О! Кинжал.
This was Haroon's dagger. Haroon's dagger is now my dagger.
Да, теперь мой даггер. Дай сумку режь. Эй, куда она? Куда она упала?
That's our way here and our way back. Our rope. If only we had noticed the Guardians from the other side. Just listen to yourself. How pathetic you are. Haroon had to die. We all have to be prepared to die. That's the sacrifice we must make in order to rise above our miserable existence.
Какая дерзкая, а? Да, боевая. Так. Вино.
Haroon had my father's eyes. Now I know why.
Тя. Да, Смешно. Щетка для лошади.
Haroon loved horses more than they loved him. Horses and women. Somehow I liked him anyway.
Бинт.
A roll of bandages.
Нормально. Щеткой мы можем дверь очистить и пройти дальше. Давай, иди в зал. Так, чистить двери, проходить.
Stand aside.
Under no circumstances should you touch the door.
Fine, then you'll have to do it.
What do you think you're doing?
There is no hidden mechanism. The door is just filthy. Brush it off, and you'll find your lock.
Hmm? Step back. The 6 legs open the 6 locks. By all 12 gods!
This is going so well.
Relax. I know you just want to help, but I can manage.
We'll have to glue it.
А я уже знаю. Я знаю как. Если вы тоже знаете, можете об этом написать, если хотите. А на этом пока закончим. Спасибо за просмотр и продолжим в следующей серии. До встречи.